Low-carbohydrate diets have become increasingly popular for their potential to support weight management, stabilize blood sugar, and improve metabolic markers in some individuals. While these approaches can offer benefits when carefully planned, they may also lead to unintended nutritional gaps, particularly in essential B vitamins like B1, thiamine, B3, niacin, and B9, folate. These water-soluble vitamins are closely tied to carbohydrate-rich foods, especially whole grains, legumes, and starchy vegetables. When such foods are significantly reduced or eliminated, the natural intake of these crucial nutrients can also drop, potentially affecting energy production, brain function, and overall health if not thoughtfully addressed through other dietary sources or supplementation. Thiamine, B1, is particularly important because it plays a foundational role in carbohydrate metabolism. As a coenzyme in the breakdown of glucose, thiamine helps convert carbohydrates into energy the body can use. On a low-carb diet, the reduced intake of grains like brown rice, oats, and whole wheat, which are primary sources of thiamine, can lead to lower B1 availability. While the body's overall need for thiamine may decrease slightly when carbohydrate intake is low, its role in supporting the nervous system and in metabolizing even small amounts of glucose remains essential. Without enough thiamine, some individuals may experience fatigue, irritability, or cognitive fog over time, even if their calorie intake is sufficient. Niacin, B3, is another key player in the body's energy systems. It helps form coenzymes like NAD and NADP, which are critical for extracting energy from the food we eat, whether from carbs, fats, or proteins. Though niacin is found in high-protein foods such as poultry, fish, and eggs, it's also naturally present in carbohydrate-rich foods like legumes, whole grains, and fortified cereals. Reducing or eliminating these carb sources may slightly narrow the variety of dietary niacin available, making it more important to include B3, rich protein sources regularly. Without enough niacin, individuals may notice slower metabolism or even symptoms related to skin, digestion, or mood, especially in very low-carb diets that aren't diversified with other nutrient-dense foods. Folate, B9, is a vitamin most associated with leafy greens, legumes, and fortified grain products, all of which are commonly reduced or removed in a strict low-carb or ketogenic eating pattern. Folate is essential for DNA synthesis, red blood cell production, and supporting brain and cardiovascular health. A lack of folate can lead to symptoms like fatigue, poor concentration, or elevated homocysteine levels, which may contribute to heart health concerns over time. Legumes and whole grains are particularly rich in folate, so those avoiding them need to be proactive in finding alternative sources, such as spinach, asparagus, avocado, and liver, or consider using a high-quality supplement. Fortunately, with mindful planning, it's entirely possible to follow a low-carb lifestyle and still meet your B vitamin needs. Many animal-based foods, such as meat, eggs, and dairy, provide good amounts of B1, B3, and B9, particularly if they are consumed as part of a varied diet. Additionally, non-starchy vegetables like leafy greens, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli offer folate, while seeds and nuts can contribute small amounts of thiamine and niacin. Eggs, liver, and nutritional yeast are also especially helpful for supporting B vitamin status without increasing carbohydrate intake. For those following very strict versions of low-carb or ketogenic diets, supplementation may be advisable, especially for folate and thiamine, which are harder to maintain in adequate levels through a limited food selection. It's important to recognize that B vitamins are water-soluble and not stored in large amounts in the body. This means they need to be replenished regularly through diet. A nutrient gap may not show up right away, but could affect how the body processes energy, manages stress, and supports healthy brain function over time. Even subtle deficiencies can influence mood, energy levels, and long-term metabolic efficiency. Being proactive and informed ensures that the benefits of a low-carb diet can be realized without sacrificing essential nutrients that keep the body running smoothly. In the end, choosing a low-carb lifestyle doesn't mean giving up on balanced nutrition. It simply calls for a more intentional approach. With awareness and thoughtful food choices, it's entirely possible to support both your dietary goals and your body's deeper nutritional needs. B vitamins are silent allies in the work of metabolism, focus, and resilience. Ensuring they remain part of your diet, even in the absence of traditional carbohydrate sources, is one of the smartest ways to sustain energy and vitality for the long term.